Okie dokie. I'm gonna try to do these like final thoughts or impressions at the end of each chapter. You know what I mean? Just to kind of give a basic overview of the plot and kind of my opinions on how that episode went. I have to say, I was very impressed with the structure of how we went from location to location. You know what I mean? It felt very organic. But at the same point, I haven't felt like there has been a solid base camp yet. And I really liked that. You know, we started in a police car, moved to Clementine's house, and then got into the farm. From the farm, where a lot of more crazy crap happened, we moved from there to the grocery store, from the grocery store into the pharmacy kind of area, and then from the pharmacy area, we went back to the store, to the motel, and then from the motel back to the thing, and I am very impressed with the amount of locations that have been utilized so far. And that was just in chapter 1, and to be honest, it looks like we're going to have at least the motel and another farm to kind of mess around in, possibly some farmland with bandits. Now, bandits are going to be a very interesting new feature into this, because so far, for the most part, it has just been avoiding zombies. But now, the strong point of The Walking Dead and a lot of other zombie-related media, or just horror media, isn't so much the fear of the supernatural, it's having the supernatural in the background of human drama. Now, don't get me wrong, I mean the human drama where it comes to who do you side with loyalty-wise, not who do you want to fuck, you know? That doesn't interest me that much, you know? Because, in my opinion, when stuff starts going like this, you should be able to put those petty grievances aside, you know? Keep it in your pants at least until we're settled. Like right now in the motel, we're settled, we're nice, we're cool, whatever, you know. But any of this drama stuff of like, he's cheating on me, they're cheating on him, blah, 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 blah. I mean, we got bigger problems. Put it in perspective, you know. But bandits are going to be very interesting because it's almost a morally ambiguous thing. Like, do we begrudge the bandits for attacking us if they're starving, you know? They don't know if we're friendly or not, or even if we are friendly, maybe we won't have enough food. So if that's the case, if you are bandits or just people in general and you're starving to death, do you go up to people and say, hey, can we please have some food? And if they say, well, no, like, we need all the food we can get for us, what do? Do you walk away into the wilderness to go starve to death? Or do you, unfortunately, kill people to survive, you know? So it's an interesting perspective, you know, of... Are bandits truly the evil force because they're not willing to talk with us and communicate? You know, I feel that bandits, for the most part, are only evil when they themselves have enough to survive and are just dicking people around for the sake of dicking people around, or are greedy enough to think, oh, you know, I need all the supplies I can get forever, you know? I can understand that in a way, but it's still not cool to be doing that. But it's a wonderfully moral gray area. And I have to admit, as much as I dislike Larry for leaving me behind, he has not proclaimed me to be the murderous senator-killing man that he knows me to be, even though it would screw over my reputation with the group, you know what I mean? Like, he's at least saying, if you mess up anymore, then I'll take action. He isn't taking action right now, which, you know, in a way, I feel like Larry kind of respects me. You know, he can see that I am a... What's the word? A useful... No, not useful. A detriment. No, detriment means bad. I'm a vital component to the team. You know, I'm the... I hate to say it, but he's almost like the charming, charismatic, like, poster boy of the group. Like, if our little group had to have somebody, like, as their spokesperson, it would be Lee. Because, I mean, Kenny's too much of a family man to think rationally all the time. Clementine's a little kid. Duck won't shut the fuck up. That one little wife of Kenny's is too bland to do anything. I mean, I haven't heard, like, more than 3 lines of dialogue out of her. Glenn's gone. Hopefully, I mean... Who knows? Maybe we'll see him again. Maybe we won't. Who knows what's going to happen? If he knows where we are, if we just stumble across him, I'm not going to put it out of the possibility that we might see Glenn again. And, you know, the main reason why I said that I didn't really care for Glenn is because he was bringing that drama shit of, I like you, let's fuck, oh wait, I'm only saving you because I want to fuck you kind of thing. At least that was the impression that he gave me. You know, maybe I'm being a little bit too hard-headed, but this is a hard-headed world and we need to have some hard-headed answers. You know what I mean? So, I'm not saying that he did anything wrong. I'm just saying that what he wants is not what I want for my group. You know what I mean? I hope so. Anyway, what else? And Carly seems pretty straightforward and nice, and I really don't know what the hell to do about Larry's daughter there. I forget her name. Oh, I really forget her name. She seems to be coming on to me a little bit, and that's really not needed. You know, we got other things. I mean, even, let's just say, even for the sake of argument, that this wasn't a detrimental, see, I used the word properly now. This wasn't an apocalyptic situation where I could date her, and there wouldn't be all this, like, well, we should really be focusing on getting food rather than fucking all day. You know, in that case, even then, Larry and her relationship, father-daughter thing, is so strange and so strained, and Larry seems to really need her to support him in his life, you know. So what are we really going to do? And what if Larry has another heart attack? I mean, where are we going to get nitroglycerin out here in the willy wags? You know, what are we going to do with that? So Larry's a ticking time bomb in a lot of different ways, but I'm glad to have him on the party because it keeps things interesting. If we just had a party of nice, happy-go-lucky people where we all get along and whatever and sing songs and whatever, then this wouldn't be a very interesting story. So I feel like, as much as I dislike Larry, he is a necessary evil. Oh, but man, the absolute instant that I get a chance to screw Larry over, I'm gonna take it. Don't get me wrong, I'll bide my time for the appropriate moment, but once I have that moment, he's going down, 'cause I don't forget. And buddy, you're gonna learn that I don't forgive. Not like that. Not like that. I try to be very sympathetic to people, and I try to see it from their point of view, but, I mean, admittedly, I'm a murderer. I've murdered somebody. You don't know the full story. You've only heard what the tabloids and the media said. And I mean, let me put it to you this way, Larry. And this is me speaking directly to Larry. If I told you the backstory of my wife was cheating on me with this senator, what would you do, Larry? What would you do? Would you be as level-headed as Lee? Or would you go even more berserk? You know, would you kill the wife and the senator? You know, I get the impression that if somebody had done something like that to Larry, he would have gone fucking nuts and killed all of them and then killed himself. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't think you should be throwing stones here, Larry. But, however, I will be open to the possibility that Larry will reveal himself to be a nice guy. I hope he doesn't, because when I blow his fucking head off, I really don't want to have any kind of hesitation of saying, well, he's a human character with flaws and stuff, and I can kind of see why he would punch me and leave me for dead in that store of death. So, we have a lot to look forward to, wouldn't you say? I would say we do. And by the way, if you are enjoying this playthrough, I highly recommend picking this game up for yourself. I mean, it's probably pretty darn cheap these days. You can get it on the Steam store around, you know, Christmas, summer, whatever. Or I believe there's some console releases of it that must be pretty cheap right now. I mean, you could probably find this on like the PlayStation 3 or the Xbox. I'm pretty damn sure. Yeah, I'm already really engaged in this, and I could definitely see doing multiple playthroughs of this on my own time. Just to kind of see what would happen if I told Glenn to stick with me, you know. I get the impression that the overall story, like the major events, won't change drastically. Like maybe just characters would be switched out. But I'm fine with that. I'm fine with a couple funny new little pieces of dialogue popping up. Like some people said that they had not heard Larry say, you know, something about that gay pride parade thing. Oh, that was so funny. And how... As much as I hate Larry, he's got to come up with at least one more line, you know? He's got to come up with one more stupid, funny thing to say. And don't feel like I overlooked it. He did extend his net of caring to Clementine. I noticed that he said, if you mess with my daughter or that little girl over there, shit's gonna go down. So, I do appreciate that he has expanded his sympathetic umbrella to Clementine. Although, it is quite interesting to say that he did not extend his net of sympathy to the boy. Which, by the way, I would also like to point out, a giant middle finger to you, Larry. The boy isn't infected. Duck is not infected. He did not turn rabid, so if you would have killed him, you would have been the murderer, dickface. So, until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, I've been the Invisible Gunslinger, this has been The Walking Dead, and happy Halloween, everybody. I'm going to use Larry's skull as a jack-o'-lantern. That is a solemn oath.